Hey there everybody, welcome back to Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. This is Spiraling Helix, and last time we explored this strange world of Monstro. This time we will move on to another world, and I did say I would do that, but first off I do want to show off one thing, and I just thought Monstro would be a good place to do it. One, you'll see the enemies here will be different, or not. But I want to show off a summon, so I'll summon Simba. I almost said Genie, but gonna summon Simba. And first time showing off summon actually. The reason being because you cannot use summons in the next world, and you'll see why in just a short moment. But I wanted to make sure I showed off at least one, because I've been saying I'll show them off, and then I realized, oh hey, I'm moving to a world that doesn't use it. But Simba, you can charge up attacks. His MP will go down slightly, and if you get hit, of course, your attack charging up will stop. But he'll basically roar and defeat a whole heap of enemies. He'll also attack every now and then. Summoning your allies will use up 2 or 3 MP, and then they have their own MP gauge, which measures off yours in order to actually will work. And I think while I'm here I may as well summon Genie as well. So as you can see, the summoning effects are different depending on who you summon. How fitting that we're summoning Genie with this Keyblade. But here he is. Gotta love Genie. And what Genie will do is, if I do this right, so he will lock onto multiple targets nearby, and then he'll start going crazy with different spells. Now the spells he uses are a bit random, but he attacks all targets quite evenly, and the spells really are just like, the only difference really is just how often how quickly it takes for them to get used. But with that, I think we're good. Oh, and Bright Gem from that. Glad I came here. Anyway, as well as that, in Monstro, I think a few of the other chambers have opened up, or a few of the pathways between chambers have opened up a bit more. You would have seen some of them blocked off with some wood. I believe they're now opened up since we made Monstro Sneeze. But now I think it's time we move on to the new world. So I'm just going to warp to Agrabah so I can fly there, because I have to fly there. And would have been a good opportunity actually to fly to that other world, but I decided not to. Anyway, and no, I don't want to land here. Come on. Okay, so I'll start flying off to this world. We've seen a little bit of the route, but like I keep forgetting to change the darn cannons on this. Anyway, time for me to speed up the footage! Okay, we've made it, and this world, you might recognize it. Looks a bit weird being encased in like this weird rock, but this is, you can see the name of the world. Oh well. Okay guys, prepare for landing. Land where? In the sea? We'll drown. Not with my magic, we won't. Just leave it to me. This text takes so long to go away.
Come on, Sebastian.
Ariel, wait! Slow down! Don't leave me behind!
Oh, relax, Sebastian. They don't look like one of them. Right, Flounder?
I don't know. There's something weird about them.
What do you mean? They do seem a little different. Where are you from?
We're from kind of far away. And we're not really used to these waters,
Oh, I see. In that case, Sebastian can show you how we swim around here.
Ariel! King Triton will not like this!
Oh, don't worry.
Easy for you to say. Okay, it's time to learn how to swim properly. Blah blah blah. Practice swimming with Flounder. Try to tag him. Alright, begin! So, this is Atlantica. Everybody's least favourite place in any Kingdom Hearts game. So all we have to do is swim into Flounder for a bit to get used to the mechanics. So don't know if you saw what it is. So I'm using the square button to go down and the circle button to go up. So it's a little bit weird. And you always tend to get thrown off. And the physics in the water act a little... I believe Flounder just went... No, he actually went over here. I believe the physics in the water, they're a bit like ice physics in that you do drift a bit. And, oh, maybe he's really high up this time. There he is. Cool. That's... Oh, no. One more. Now he's down here. There he is. Cool.
Good job! Now let's move on to self-defense.
Sebastian!
Eh? Class is over. Good luck.
So we have a new Heartless here. This is the Sea Neon, I think. Actually, I don't think I've made up the bios for these as of recording this, so it's gonna be a bit awkward. Anyway, these creatures are only found in Atlantica. So because Atlantica's the only world where you swim around like this, thank goodness, it is... I don't know if we talk to... Let's talk to... Oh no, I have to hit this open. Or examine. This is how you progress. I'll say what I was saying. No, examine. I did hit it. Come on! A safe point. We can get out of this dreaded world. Those creatures chased us here. Oh no, those monsters might be heading for the palace too. We better head back right away. But what if we run into more on the way back? I'm sorry, but we need your help. Please come to the palace with us. The trident markers on the walls point the way there. We won't get lost as long as we follow them. Okay, let's get going. So we have Ariel in our party. I really should show off the different party members. Actually, I will this time. Because because Atlantica doesn't have any Trinity... Oh wait, yes it does. I was just about to say Atlantica doesn't have any Trinity marks, but it does. Oh well, Ariel has nothing too great for us, but abilities. She has some attacks and defense and stuff, but MP Haste and MP Rage, I think we've only seen MP Rage. Lucky Strike, of course, and Second Wind. Basically, if the ally dies, they come back quicker and with more health. And 2 MP Ragelets, wow. Anyway, I believe, did we get a key... Oh, sorry, no, equipment. Did we get a Keyblade last time? No, we didn't. Anyway, so, Atlantica. Everybody hates this one. Although I will say one thing that I like about Atlantica. the music is just like having... Oh, here's the intro. So having that Under the Sea theme playing in the background, it actually works really well. Anyway, so as you can see, we have quite a big area here. Atlantica's much more open than other places, and it's quite annoying. So like we're getting pushed up by this. The worst thing about that is that these enemies don't. And thunder still works underwater, guys. That probably shouldn't be using thunder underwater, but it's okay. Just 4 thunders, that's a lot. I believe we get an upgrade to thunder. It's in the next couple of worlds. Anyway, going around, we're pretty slow. It's so hard to hit these. Hitting those, there'll be an orb there, just swim into it to grab it. These, like, you will see some treasure chests here and there, but these are really the treasure chests, and I wonder if I can... No. Okay, so it seems I can't get them while enemies are nearby. They just won't open. They refuse! Anyway, so... I'm not going to speed up footage of Atlantica until we've actually... There's a bit of going back and forth in Atlantica, much like some of the other worlds, but it's annoying in Atlantica. Let's leave it that way, and it doesn't tell you where you're meant to go. I guarantee I will get lost at one point in particular, but at the very least, I won't speed up until I have to revisit rooms, at which point I am definitely going to speed up or cut footage, because it's just annoying. Open! You need... Oh, wait. No, open! Thank you! That was so weird. Get a cottage. So as you can see, they don't open that well. Going down here, I believe, loads into a new room, so I won't do that. And I'm going away from all these trident markers. Always good to just explore when you first reach a new area, because you can find chests and all of that good stuff. And these guys just won't drop materials. I can't even remember what materials they do drop. But any material is a good material. Come on. Like, these guys aren't really a worry. Like, they just take a few hits. They don't really do damage. The worst thing about these guys is actually just the fact that they like to swim, like, spread out and go all over the place, and they stop you from doing a lot of things because your command menu is like in battle mode, which, like, I can't open that clam and get that item until these guys are done or dead. Anyway, I'll grab this one. Open first try. Thank you. Get a Mega Ether, not bad. And this one you can probably guess. Don't use Blizzard, use fire on it. You use fire on it. There we go. Oh, that was harder than it needed to be. Grab the item. Please, thank you. I'm pretty sure... Yeah, they do close after a bit of time. Now, I want to go down here. There's another clam. Come on. So at this point in the game, like, I'm not even, like, dying. So I'm not too concerned about actually, like, killing and, like, farming for levels. And, oh, that was weird. The screen going dark. So, like, I don't really want to farm for levels. I'll kill everything I see, but it's just we don't have a good amount of strength, that's all. Like, everything else is perfectly fine. It's because we chose defense in the beginning. I'd say that's why. I mean, we chose defense and we just left. We didn't choose strength. Did I get this one already? No, didn't think so. Come on, come on. Give it to me. Thank you. So annoying. And in terms of Atlantica, don't worry, you do need to... you do get a bit of a boost. Like, in speed. I think this just... Oh, no. I don't actually know where I'm going at this point. Where have I gone? Oh, okay. I got very confused with where I actually was. it looks way better, like it makes more sense to me when going back, because you can go with it. Okay, I guess I was just higher than I thought. And I opened that one. This is the way I thought I was going. Okay, more enemies here, yes. Okay, Frost Gem. Good. So that's what they drop. That's actually pretty good. I can't think of many other enemies that drop that in the game. So, glad I got that. I opened you. I think I'm just gonna follow the markers for now. Head down here. Says go through there, but I'm going to... Oh, there's enemies here? Oh, okay, just gonna take these out then. I really hate these guys. So I'm gonna go through... I can't even finish a sentence because these things spawn everywhere. And they're not even hard enemies, they're just there. It's enough to make me stop and do things. I'm gonna swim through here for absolutely no reason, I think. Yep, absolutely no reason. What about through here? Okay, so this brings me into an area I didn't actually see the name of. Okay, let's take these guys out. So, Surge Ghosts. So, you would have seen this in the bio I first provided in Monstro. But, Surge Ghosts, the description in the journal says mostly appears in Atlantica. Except they appear in, like, so many worlds. Like, they appear in the other world we didn't choose to go to. And we were actually meant to come in here before? Really? Okay, I guess I'll just follow this marker. Oh, that's where the other one led, so we didn't miss out on anything. I want to be very careful here though. Okay, I want to get through there. This current is strong, and like if you get blown out there, you'll get blown into that big open area. Same with this one. This is that current we saw pushing up in the middle of that open area. I do not, under any circumstances, want to get pulled into that, because that'll send me back outside. Although I think there is one way I can make things easier, or I don't think I can do that right now. Maybe. Yes I can. Cool. We'll just kill these Heartless. They're not even tough, they just take a while to kill and they spawn everywhere. Okay, if I hit this... Did that work right? If I hit... Okay, I'll try defeating this guy first and then I'll try and destroy that thing. So as you can see, the wall's a bit cracked here. Whoops. Maybe using fire on it? Okay, so if you hit that with fire, that will explode, tearing open the wall, and that gives us an easy way to get into this room. So a little bit of a shortcut, always good to have a shortcut. And we are heading into the undersea cave. Oh, okay. So, I thought this would happen. Just gonna grab, oh, it was opened. Oh, okay, it closes because there are enemies nearby. So, in this room, there are some white mushrooms. As you can see, they're not moving at all. Unless I hit them. Okay, I didn't want to do that. Okay, those were some special white mushrooms, just saying. White mushrooms don't usually spawn there, I don't think, but you stop on those white mushrooms, and there are 3 white mushrooms in the room. If you stop correctly on all 3 of them, the unique Heartless of this world will appear, which will allow, I can't remember what item it gives you, but again, it will appear here. Now, this is the unique Heartless of this world. However, there's something special about that. Ooh, that's a good ability. Second Wind, I think I talked about that with Ariel, but I'll show it off now with Goofy. Anyway, so what do you do? Recover from KO status quickly with full health. Okay, I'm gonna take Tornado off for that. There we go. Because they die a lot. Anyway, so when you... So that unique Heartless in particular is special because it actually spawns in a different world as well as this one. It also spawns in Deep Jungle. And I know I didn't cover it there. I like to think it's this world's unique Heartless and it only appears here because otherwise this world wouldn't have one and every world has one. But it also appears in Deep Jungle and that's actually where you do want to fight it. Now it's also worth noting those white mushrooms, you won't get materials from them if you use stop on all three of them. You won't get the stop arts just because that's like those enemies there, they don't register as being white mushrooms. They're just there for the effect of spawning the unique Heartless. These enemies are so annoying. And this shell looks a bit blue, I think. Yeah, hitting won't open it, so use Blizzard. And that will give us... Come on, it's so hard to get noise. Mythril Shard. Oh, that's something I really want to level up for Sora. That gives me strength. Oh, I was just saying I need more strength. I should be able to kill these guys in 2 full combos. Anyway, I really hate these guys. And it's worth noting that not many Heartless from other worlds spawn in the water. In fact, it's only those ones. Because, well, having Heartless swimming around is a bit awkward. However, this is quite interesting because that makes this world the only world in the game, except for the 100 Acre Wood, which does not have shadows in it. Which is actually something quite special, in my opinion, because shadows are the main main Heartless that appear everywhere. I think these guys give me bright gems. I think that's what it was. I should probably make a trip back to the item synthesis soon, because I've got quite a few things I can make, I think. Come on, come on. Where do you go? See, it just takes forever to respawn. Blizzard, there we go. Blizzard is so strong. And over here we have a chest, but we can't pull it out of the hole. Over here, behind the stone, we have Ariel's little place of solitude. And we don't have to go here yet, we will be coming here shortly. But I do want to come here because there are a couple of chests, that isn't one, that we can open. Easy way to find where they are, just lock onto them. And we get a Mega Potion for that, and I can hit a clock. Doesn't do anything. Hit a globe. Doesn't do anything. Destroy a barrel. Gives me magic. But up here, here's the other chest. I believe it's just 2. We get a couple of decent items from that. And no, there's a third one. Yeah, grab it. This one's something good. Torn page. There we go. I knew that one was good. Very, very much wanted to grab that. So do not miss that. Just remember, if you're struggling to find it, lock on. You can always switch what you're locked onto. But let's continue heading on to the palace. I could go in that room there, but there just isn't anything in that room worth looking at. Okay, more enemies. Oh, actually, brand new enemy. New Heartless. Again, you only see this one in Atlantica. This is, I believe it's called the Screwdriver. It's a very fast-moving Heartless underwater. I say that. It can move very... Oh, nice. Thunder Jam. It can move very quickly. So, they're not so annoying as these guys, because they actually like to stay near you. I'm so glad I'm getting these items, because that will really help with the item synthesis when it comes along to that. Don't disappear. Thank you. Oh, come on. Another... I don't think I've really talked about that. The such ghosts like to steal your health. Anyway, over here there is a White Trinity mark. Do not want to forget that. I am mashing my lock-on button because I know there's some clams hidden quite well around here. And cartridge for that one. And I saw a yellow clam over there. So, I figured out you can swim quite high and then lower yourself. That seems to be the best way to get it. Why did I take? Stuck on the coral. And I already have that one. And thunder. Easy to hit that one at the very least. If it's okay, I can hit it, but I can't get it. Come on. Atlantica sucks. I hate Atlantica quite a lot. Although I will say it's nowhere near as bad as it is in the second game. Oh boy, that... I'd prefer to just come to Atlantica here and like listen to the music in the background and just like swim around. Not now, swimming around sucks right now, but it gets better a bit later. But I will say, Atlantica in the second game is dreadful. While I am digging into Atlantica a lot and how much I hate it, it is completely optional. Well, not completely, I'll get into that later.
That was too close. As long as I have my trident, I will not tolerate those creatures inside this palace.
Daddy?
Oh, Ariel! When will you listen? It's dangerous out there. Strange creatures lurk outside.
Behold, you swim before the ruler of the seas, His Majesty King Triton.
And who are they?
They helped us fight off those creatures.
They don't look familiar.
We're from an ocean very far away.
Yup, we came to find the keyhole.
The what?
What's that?
Well, it's a...
There's no such thing, certainly not here.
But Daddy...
Ariel, not another word. You are not to leave the palace. Is that clear? Perhaps I'm being too strict. I'm just concerned for her safety.
Of course, Your Majesty. But I must admit, now I'm quite curious about this keyhole.
That need not concern you, Sebastian. Have you anything to report?
Just as you suspected, Your Majesty, they seem to be coming from Ursula's grotto.
I knew it. That sea witch is up to no good again. A sea exile from the palace has taught her nothing.
Yes, she poses serious danger.
And I told you to keep Ariel away from such danger, did I not?
Your Majesty, please,
Anyway, back in the palace, I'm going to go right back to Triton's throne. because I believe there is a clam in here, a very big clam, but this clam, when you see these giant clams, they do in fact give you a save point. Probably should have grabbed that save point from earlier on, but I haven't saved my game in a while. Wow, I should probably do that. Anyway, so we've explored a bit of Atlantica and done quite, like, not too much around here, but we've showed off a few things, including summons back in Monstro. So next time we will explore Atlantica a bit more, try and find the keyhole against King Triton's request, but you'll hear me rant on about Atlantica more in the next episode. This has been Spiraling Helix. I'm signing out. Bye bye.